guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is another kind of challenge type video. It is you guys get to pick my makeup. So I asked you guys on Twitter to tweet me products you wanted me to use. So all the products chosen have been chosen by you guys, and I'm gonna insert the tweets where I got them from, so look out for a little shout out if you think I may have picked your item. Speaking of shout outs, we also do a notification bell shout outs on this channel. If you don't know what that is, it's just letting me know in the comment section down below when you've hit that notification bell, and I pick a random comment to show a little love to, because you guys are giving me the love by doing that. So this week it goes to Tanya Keenan, who says, notification bell on, you're amazing. No, you are amazing. Thank you guys so much for the love on my previous video. If you haven't already seen it, I will leave it there. It is, I tried following a makeup challenge, and let me tell you, it was a funny one. Without further ado, if you want to see the makeup products I use to create this kind of soft glam look with a berry lip, there's some new products in there from like Anastasia Beverly Hills, testing some overly hyped products as well that you guys wanted to see, just to see if they are worth the hype. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the skin. So I only really saw like 1 or 2 tweets for a primer, and they were ones that I didn't have, and I didn't have the time to go out and get anything. So I kind of had to make use of everything that I had here. But someone did tweet me saying anything Too Faced. So I thought I would go ahead and use an old favorite. This is the Too Faced Hangover X primer, and is literally one of my favorite primers ever. What? Hold on. Luckily, your girl has a spare. Always have backups of my favorite stuff. But as I was saying, I love this primer so much. It's the perfect combination of like a really moisturizing primer, but also a primer that works really well. So it feels super comfortable on my skin. It's kind of meant to make you feel a little more alive, hydrated, but also make your makeup last a long time, which is exactly what we want. So even though none of you said that exact primer, I love Too Faced as a brand anyway. So any excuse to use anything Too Faced. Okay, next up I saw a couple of tweets to use this. I did see loads of tweets to say using the new L'Oreal foundation sticks or the Makeup Revolution foundation sticks. I plan to get my hands on them very soon, so I'll be able to do like a comparison video maybe, or a video of them within themselves. I did see a couple of people saying the EX1 foundation because you wanted to see if it was worth the hype, and I also actually really love this. So again, I'm so glad that you guys wanted to kind of like see this in use. And to apply, I'm actually going to be using this sponge, and it's from Maybelline, but it's so good. I'm not even joking. So I didn't even know Maybelline did sponges, and I don't know if they're out in the UK yet. I got this when I was in the US, and it literally is the best thing ever. Yeah, I'm just gonna apply the foundation to my skin. I think that it's a really nice kind of like satin finish, and I'd definitely say it's of a medium coverage. You could definitely build this up and also sheer it out. I feel I'm using the shade 6 right now. This to me is like a everyday foundation because it's a super gorgeous like natural finish, and it's not too heavy on the skin. I think they kind of take pride in this foundation kind of looking like your skin but better, and I definitely agree with that. But if you're in the market for like a new everyday kind of medium coverage foundation with like a natural looking finish, I definitely would recommend that one. And you can now get it at Boots, which is so much more easily accessible, and I've left the link to that and also everything else down below. I only saw one request for concealer, and it was a good one. It was the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. I'm going to use the shade C5 for this. I still can't get over how amazing this concealer is. I barely need any of it on my brush, and it applies so much to my face. The coverage is insane, and I literally can't believe this is only £4. So I'm just going to be applying that everywhere that I usually would, and I'm using the Maybelline sponge again, just the other side, to blend that in. And I always like to kind of take it up onto my lid to act as a primer as well. Like I said, if you guys still haven't tried this yet, it's definitely worth picking up. I have it in the shades C5, which is kind of like a everyday color in the sense that it's just like a little bit lighter than my skin tone, but still light enough to brighten, but nothing too drastic. I also have it in the shade C2, which is obviously really light, so I use that as like my brightening shade, and if I want like a really bright under eye. And then I also have it in the shade C7, which is kind of more that matches my skin tone concealer color. So sometimes I'll use like C7 with C2 on the top, or like I'm doing now, I'll just use C5 on its own. I love the combination of those two together because, like I said, the foundation's a little bit more on the natural coverage side, but that concealer is definitely more on the medium to full coverage side. So it's nice to have like a more natural coverage face, and then in the areas that I particularly need it, which is my under eyes, I've got that fuller coverage. So ooh, ooh. So to set it all in place, somebody asked me to use the RCMA translucent powder. I'm so glad that you guys requested me to use this because I haven't used it in absolutely ages. I love this powder. It looks really, really good in pictures. However, I hate that there's like nowhere to dispense the powder, which is so annoying. So I kind of have to take the lid off or like just disperse like a little bit onto like a flat surface, which looks particularly dodgy. Then just take my brush and I'm gonna set it all in place. I haven't used this in ages. It used to be like my go-to powder, but then so many brands came out with like amazing powders. Like the MAC Patrick Star one. The Too Faced definitely came out with a few good ones. And this powder wasn't so as easily accessible, but then there was such a hype built around it that I think Beauty Bay got it. I've definitely linked it down below, and I think it is on the Beauty Bay site that I've linked it, so really easy to get. I thought I'd just zoom you in quickly and show you what the skin looks like. I'm obsessed. Everything's just like all set in place, like locked in, but it doesn't feel heavy on my skin at all. I love the combination of that foundation and concealer together. It kind of gives me the perfect mix of what I'm after, and yeah, that powder's really locked everything in place. So I thought I would just zoom in and show you that. Now I am gonna do eyebrows. There wasn't a huge request for eyebrow products, but the one that did come up was the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. But I thought I would play on that Anything Too Faced tweet as well, and I completely forgot that I had this. It's the Too Faced Chocolate Brow Knee Pencil in the colour Soft Brown, and you guys know I like to kind of have a lighter colour through the front, so I'm going to use the Dip Brow from Anastasia in dark brown through the tail of my brow, and then the Too Faced Brow Knee Eye Pencil in soft brown through the front to kind of create that ombre effect. Okay, we are back and brows are done. I figured you guys know how to use a dip brow, and you've seen me use it hundreds of times before, and I always link my brow routine in the description down below. But the brow pencil was more of like a brow definer, and like I always do, I just kind of feathered it through the front, but I really like the way those two go together, and I was a bit cautious of the colour being soft brown, that it was going to be too light, but I feel like they blend really nicely together. But now we can continue on with the face. Oh. Okay, so for bronzing and contouring, somebody asked me to use a Too Faced bronzer. This is their Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I love this, and I love how yummy the Too Faced stuff always smells. It gets me so excited to use it. I'm not even joking. Their chocolate range, everything is literally infused with like a chocolatey vanilla smell, and I love the blendability of these bronzers, and they definitely have loads of shades of these. I feel like that's just warmed up the complexion nicely. Do our jaw and chin area. But yes, I love that, and I feel like I need to kind of just bronze up everywhere. And for blush, somebody asked to use the Maybelline blush. So I'm going to take their Master Chrome blush, and I'm going to take this one here. You guys know I'm a big fan of this blush kit already. I feel like this is a really good item to have if you're like a pro makeup artist and you need something for your kit, because it has loads of different shades. You can use them as eyeshadows, everything. So I'm just going to apply that just kind of softly here. I'm kind of inspired by the whole soft glam Anastasia palette vibe, and it's going to be quite a soft glam look, but the pigment of these is really, really pretty, and I'm waiting for the day that Maybelline bring out like individual blushes, or if they already do, let me know in the comment section, because I've never seen them, and I tried to search for them online as well, and I couldn't see them anywhere. And to finish off the skin for highlight, I'm gonna take the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Amrezy highlighter, which is now available on the UK Anastasia Beverly Hills website, so I've linked it down below, as well as the soft glam palette that we're gonna use. So I cannot wait to see you guys glowing, because this is honestly insane. I'm so glad that you asked me to use this. Like, oh my god. I feel like I say this about all highlighters that I use, but this one is like impressive. Yes, honey, we's gonna be glowing today. Just highlighting all the places that I usually would. I could literally just keep applying that for ages. I'm like scared for the day that this runs out. But if you haven't had the opportunity to get your hands on it yet, definitely do. It is so gorgeous. If this doesn't like sell it to you, then I don't know what will. That's bomb.com. Yay, okay, so that is the skin finish, and I'm so happy with the way that it's come out and like the choice of products and the way that it is looking in general. So now we're going to move on to the eyes, and we've got some exciting new stuff to use for the eyes, so let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, so for the eyes today, a couple of you asked me to use the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam eyeshadow palette, which I am so excited for. It is so gorgeous. I'm only going to be using this for the crease colors today because someone asked me to use something else for the lid, which I have wanted to use for a while, so I'm excited to use that. So from this palette, I am going to take the shade Orange Soda as our initial transition color. Just gonna blend and build that color. Oh, such a gorgeous color. I'm just gonna make my way through the darker crease color. So now I'm gonna take the shade Burnt Orange, build that up into the crease. I don't want anything too heavy on the eyes today because we're gonna keep it kind of rose goldy soft glam vibe looks, because we're gonna go for a slightly darker lip option. So we don't want any attention to like be taken away from that. I always like to like press and then blend. You guys know the drill, just getting progressively deeper. I'm just gonna take the color, actually Rustic and Sienna mixed together, and they're gonna be the kind of two final crease colors that we use. Just packing. But that's all we're going to do for the crease colours. Onto the lid, somebody asked me to use the new Stila Magnificent Metals Shimmer and Glow eyeshadow. I love their glitter and glow eyeshadows, but this one is a lot more of a metallic finish. And if you kind of like looks like this, but you don't have the time to sit down and like wet pigments and all that kind of stuff, these are the best things ever. When I went to the launch of these, I was telling them that these are like my go-to if I need like a quick smoky eye to look really, really pretty. They just glide on, really pigmented first time, super quick, they dry super quick, they're, like I said, super pigmented. So this is in the colour Jezebel, and it's like a gorgeous rose gold, so I thought perfect with this palette. And look, literally just paint it on. Same on this side. Literally obsessed. Like I said, I love these, and what I love about these also is that they do amazing everyday neutral colours like this, but then they also have those pops of colours. I think there's a really, really gorgeous olive green, like a turquoisey purple kind of colour. So if you like more of the colourful looks when you're doing things like this, then they definitely have an option for that as well. And that is kind of the eyeshadow complete. So for the next step, I thought I would zoom you in a little bit more, because another really requested product to test and try was the Benefit Bad Gal Bang Mascara, to see if this is also worth the hype. I'm sure you saw everyone on that trip for the launch of this. It literally was so hyped up, so I understand the inquiries. So the wand looks like this. It's one of my kind of preferred wands. The bristles are kind of like hard and firm, so you can really separate and elongate them and create a separated yet dramatic eyelash. So let's go ahead and apply. So I'm just kind of rolling the brush into my lashes, but that is what my lashes look like with like my first kind of coating. So they look super separated and lengthened, but still pack a punch. I almost like don't need falsies, but we know I'm gonna be applying falsies. So the brush did make it easy to get the bottom lashes, which I really, really like. It really kind of gripped them and combed them. Because it does pick up a lot of product though, I have kind of got some underneath my eye, but that will come off in like 2 seconds with an earbud. But that's the difference, as you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye, and then, yeah, like I said, I will show you the lashes. So these are the finished eyes with just mascara on. I could probably just leave it like that, but you guys requested me to use the Tatti lashes that I got in the other day. I love this brand of eyelashes. I love the packaging for one, and if you follow Mitchell on Instagram, he uses these in literally all of his looks. I'm obsessed with how fluttery these ones are. These are the TL4 style. They're my favorite style out of them. I film like Nikki tutorials, and James Charles also rave about these, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply these now. So these are the finished eyes with lashes. You guys pick the best stuff, I swear. You guys just must know me. But like I said, these lashes are some of my faves. They're the Tatti lashes in the style TL4. I've left them linked down below below. They're just so fluttery. They don't really steal too much attention away from the eye. Almost like a perfect everyday yet dramatic eyelash if you're into that kind of thing, but you definitely could have worn this eye with that mascara on its own. So now all there's left to do is the lips, and I was gonna do a classic nude because you guys asked me to use a Buxom Plump Line and also a Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink Lipstick, and I definitely do have some favorite nudes from them, like the Stealth Buxom Plump Line, the Incognito Plump Line, and the Driver Maybelline Superstay Matte Liquid Lip, but I've used them a lot, so I thought I would mix up the colour and go with this cute kind of berry combo. So I'm gonna take the colour Lover from Maybelline, but first of all, line my lips with Dolly Danger from Buxom. Yay! So that is the lips lined. I'm loving that colour. It was called Dolly Danger and it's such a gorgeous berry colour. But now for the main event. It is the Maybelline Liquid Lipstick in Lover, which is again a really gorgeous berry nude. Oh my god, literally a perfect match. These Maybelline Liquid Lipsticks literally do not budge. Such a comfortable formula as well. I've been loving Driver at the moment, which is their like pale nude colour. If you guys haven't, definitely check them out. Okay, we are nearly finished. It's just the final step. Somebody asked me to use the Maybelline Superstay Makeup Setting Spray. Their whole Superstay range has been really impressive so far. I love the primer, foundation, the liquid lipsticks. They've all really impressed me, so let's see how this goes. It's super like hydrating, so I'm just gonna let that dry. But now this is the finished makeup look. So this is the finished makeup look, all chosen by you guys, so I really hope you guys like it. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe before you leave for new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. Thank you. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and until the next video, I will see you then. Bye guys!